But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in his law doth he meditate day and night. Let me tell you about my great God. Hey guys, Pastor Tim here. Hope you're ready to get your day started off in God's Word. We are in 2 Samuel chapter 23, almost done with our second book in this devotional series, and we'll just keep on going right through to 1 Kings and 2 Kings as well. But anyway, here in 2 Samuel chapter 23, it begins with some of David's last words apparently in his life, and talks about just how he sees God. So that's definitely something you guys can get some stuff from, and how God has dealt with him even when he has failed, specifically with Bathsheba and so forth. And but then the rest of the chapter, most of the chapter, deals with David's mighty men. All right, and I want to encourage you guys today when going through this chapter. Yeah, there's a lot of list of guys, but unlike other parts of the Bible where there's many lists of people, like he begat, and so forth, this one actually deals with a lot of very pretty cool things, some interesting things about certain mighty men of David and the feats they accomplished, the enemies they were able to defeat, and even different ways they did that. So you may definitely find something that sticks out to you about what these mighty men did. I encourage you to write down all that you can about it. Maybe for your main thing, I want to encourage you, maybe try to pick out the person that you think probably did the coolest feat or accomplished the greatest or task, or who stuck out to you the most. All right, and everyone may have a different person that stood out to them the most from David's mighty men, and it's just amazing that these men were all under David. And we see in a very brief incident that we see in this chapter that they actually delve into a little more, we just see how much these men love David. And I'm talking about the incident where it refers to the time when David was battling against the Philistines, and he's holed up in this place, and he's just thinking to himself, I really wish I could have water from the well of Bethlehem as I did when I was a child, because at that time the Philistines were actually residing in or around Bethlehem. And David's men, 3 of his mighty men, they hear this and they're like, wow, all right, well, you know what, let's get this for David. This is something they didn't have to do. David didn't command them to do this. He didn't order them to do it, but they took it upon themselves because they loved David so much and they thought him to be such a great ruler and king. They went out and tried to get this water, and they succeeded. They didn't try. They succeeded in getting this water from Bethlehem back to David. And the fact is, they had to navigate behind enemy lines, all right, not getting caught by the enemy. All right, this was a very dangerous thing for them to do, but they did it because they loved David. And when they brought it back to David, David's seeing this and recognizing the fact that these men risked their lives just for my own selfish request. I didn't even order them. I was just kind of talking to myself. Us great people, we always find ourselves talking to ourselves at times and such. And he's like, he felt, I don't know if he felt bad, but he did not drink the water. He actually poured it out. He's like, why would I drink of this when these men put their lives on the line for my own selfish desire? So he pours it out as an offering unto the Lord for what these men did, and maybe rededicating himself to, all right, let's focus and let's defeat the enemy now, so I can continue to be the king that you guys admire me to be, that made you do this in the first place. And so we just see with all the mighty men that David had underneath him, they all revered him, they loved him, just like these 3 men did as well. And there's not really a main thing that I would say stood out to me from this chapter, but I do encourage you guys, hey, take the time to read through the list. List I know can be daunting. List I know at times can be boring, but this definitely is not a boring list. So try to figure out, all right, all the many feats and mighty deeds that these mighty men did, and maybe circle the main guy that you think did the greatest thing, or the one that stood out to you most, or the thing that you thought was the coolest thing that he accomplished. And you have a litany of different people you can choose from in this chapter alone. David's mighty men. That's all I got for today's chapter, guys. I hope you're doing great. I hope you're staying consistent and communicating with your accountability partner. That's a great thing. And I hope you guys are finding yourselves meditating on God's word more often. We have another series on our YouTube channel called Bible Meditations, and I hope as you guys continue to build this consistent habit of reading God's word, you find yourself meditating upon what you've been reading throughout the past couple days as well, even beyond just your devotional time in the morning or at night, whenever you do it. And that's just going to help you continue to grow and to mature and to glorify God with your life. Hope you guys stay safe, stay healthy. God bless.